let it be. Then we shall maybe trade the 11. Let me also try and look at my risk, because right now I've lost like 3% for today already, which is not something easy to, just lose like that. Alright. By the way, I'm streaming, so meaning, you know the drill. It's already streaming. But I told you guys you can always, communicate to me if anything needs to be communicated. Alright, let's meet at 11. Okay. Yeah. So we are going to just wait for 11. This loss has been very painful though. It was such a quick one that I didn't see coming. So guys, what literally happened is, by the time we saw this scalp and went in, it just flew like back to our SL, which was quite crazy. So I'm just trying to look and see if we can get another opportunity, but I really don't want to rush into it as for now, since yesterday we took actually not yesterday, today night around 3 a.m. GMT plus 3 we took another SL. So this means that already in one day I'm down. For the people that know, I risk around 1 to 2%. So this was a 2% loss and this was a 1% loss. So this puts me at 3% loss for today. However much, I'm still up like 4% for the month. It's crazy that, when I get an SL like this quickly, I have to, chill out, right? So some of the trades that we took yesterday were actually good. This was a break even and these were like 2 straight wins. So this means this was a 4%. But also a little bit earlier in the week, we took some more trades that really did good. So actually last week, not in a week. So it could be a month, in the month, earlier beginning of month. So which puts us at a good place. But for now, I need to be like really, really very careful. I need to be really, really very careful so that we are not losing out, okay, on what is actually important. Yeah. So that is what literally happened this morning. So it's crazy. It's very disturbing. But for the people that know the market, that's the drill. We are into these series every single time, so there's no need to worry. Okay? No need to worry. So, oh God. But yeah, you guys can throw any questions that you have in mind, and I'll be very, very happy to answer them. I'll be very, very happy to answer them as we wait for, I usually take a trade at around this time, then at around maybe 11 a.m., which is like 3 hours away from now. So it's crazy. But yeah, If you guys have any questions, just throw them straight away to me, and I'll do my best to answer them as we are waiting for the time for the other trade time to reach. For the people that are new here, my name is XAUSD Preacher, or you can call me Preacher. I do trade gold every single day, and I have a bit of a team that I help trade. I don't make you guys pay for anything, right? So if you want to trade with me, just DM me on on Telegram. The word Mentorship VIP, straight away give you access into my trading. Yeah, so it is as simple as that. We don't have a lot of gimmicks going around. It's just about you. So I'm going to update, the banner. Yesterday is the 18th, but we've taken our 50th loss for the month. That puts us at 4%. So allow me just update that. Today we took our 50th loss, 4%. When you're trading like real capital and it's not prop firms or something, sometimes this loss doesn't make sense. Because all that is in your mind is, okay, I'm just risking, let's say, 10% of my account, 1% of my account. I have no restrictions. I can always make it out. But when it's not that, it's crazy. Prop firms just, give you a headache. But yeah, one of the things that is at the back of my mind and the challenges that I'm doing, you guys know very well, is to find a way of preserving like real live capital much more than anything that I can do currently. That's something that is at the back of my head, and it's everything that I'm working toward. Every one of us has at least taken a test. If you've not tested that, you are going to maybe to get a testimony today. But every one of us should have tested how it feels when you blow that prop account under those funny rules, what it really means. So it's always crazy. That's why I tend to, in this season, to just want to trade my real capital. That I believe will give me the stability, So until then, I have to work towards getting the real capital, and we said how we're going to get it through this challenge. It's by trading program accounts. Okay, it's trading program accounts, and that's exactly what we've been doing and we are doing. I need to check my dashboard. Some of the trades I've taken today, so that they don't kill me without my no. If any one of you guys has questions, just drop it in the comment section. I'll be able to answer that. Okay, what I've been doing, in the silence, trying to look at some of my accounts to see what the daily drawdown is like. Since I've already lost this was a 2% and here 1%. So I've been trying to look at them and know, okay, how much more do I have on these particular accounts? And what I see with funding traders is I have about 2% left to blow the account, but I don't know how. All their daily loss limit is 6%. So meaning I've already used 3, I have another 3. Okay. Then with Neoma funds, theirs is around daily loss. Theirs is, I think, 4%. On that 4%, I've already lost 31.7% of the 4%. That should be what? Around 1% or 2. It should be around 1 or something. like the direction, this has taken. But then, if we were to take it, we had to really be sharp. Exactly after the SL here, would have waited to see how best to get in on this. But that's something that I didn't think through quickly. More so, when you have like accounts and you're a bit cautious on how they're doing, you cannot just take trades anyhow. You have to be patient to see certain things, work out. Or possibly if it can come back, I might see if I might want to take it. But that's if it retests the trend line here specifically. Yeah. That's if it retests the trend line specifically. So guys, if you're new here, or if you're just behind your screen, you can ask me any questions. I'll be able to answer them. Trying to see where I can keep my SL. What I can do, I can just keep it below this range here. So let's see if it might come back in the zone. If it does so, I might want to get in again with probably a 1% risk or 0.5%. Also, that is if it is able to give me what I need to see. One of the things that gives me confidence every time I'm trading is I have made sure that there are certain things I want to see the market show me first before I can take any trade, right? So, and I believe it should be the same thing with you guys, that you don't just take any trades. The market has to show you certain few things. Then there, you are able to get in on any trade with confidence. What keeps failing people from, taking trades is easy. It's not that they can't take the trades. It's the fact that they are, how can I call it? They are scared to take the trades, right? They are scared. And what brings that kind of being scared is very easy. The fact that they have lost maybe too much to the market. Yeah. The fact that they have lost too much to the market, or even the fact that they don't know what they're doing. They don't have something that needs to be replicated every time for the result they got yesterday or the other day to actually come through. So that is what makes most of the people get scared, or even feel like, this is not my trade, or this is not something that I want to take, things like that. And then when it comes to people like me, whose scalp, it is even much different, because what is running in your mind is crazy. You're like, okay, am I really going to get into a trade like this? Is this actually what I'm looking for? Is this where the market is headed? There's a lot of questions to ask yourself. So as we give the market time to do its thing, we need to also give ourselves the grace period to learn, what the market is doing and where it is headed in every moment. That right there is what gives us, the liberty we are looking for. Okay, so I see this thing is back in the zone. Let's see what it does. But most of the times, what we are looking for is a reaction. Okay, we actually don't want the market to just come in and buy us. What we're looking for is a reaction. So the reaction that the market does is actually much important to us in a time as this, for us to be able to buy or sell or do whatsoever. Okay? So for me, that's what is important. It's in the zone, so what do I do when the market is in the zone? Yeah. Certain confluences are met. Okay, then that's how you jump in on a buy or sell. But if those confluences are not met, I would say you are trying to fight for nothing. The market is not going to give you what you're looking for. So I said for this particular trade, I'm going to be going in with 0.5%. I'm around 20 pips as my stop. So what did the market do at this place? I told you, if it can come retest this area, then when it retests the area, I would be looking for a bullish candle come through. Then if I can have another one closing above the range, that is more like a confirmation I'm looking for to buy. But if that does not happen, that is not the trade I'm looking for. Okay? So if this candle can close above the range in the next 14 seconds, I would be able to get in on this buy. That's the only option. So the closure has happened, but it's not above the range, okay? So what I would do is, maybe just wait a little to see how the market reacts at around, in the next 30 seconds. If it can close again above, that's the only time I can take the what? The buy. So you realize that it is easy that way when you have something you've already put at the back of your mind and you've already told yourself, this is exactly what I'm looking for, to be able to take a trade in a time as this. But if that's not it, then you're going to keep failing and failing and failing. Yeah. Again, playing around our trend line, that's a very good thing. But for you to be able to take that trade, you have to tell yourself it has to be above. It has to be above the trend line. It has to be above the zone for me to take the trade. That is the only way. That should be the only way. Someone asking what time frame I trade on. I trade on the 5 and the 1 minute. And you shouldn't be worrying, my kind of trading is not rocket science. Some people's trading is rocket science. You don't understand them. It's not the same here. My heart's desire is that you guys know exactly what I'm doing and you try to replicate it. If you've just joined us, we are not in this trade. We're just waiting to see a bit of momentum and confirmation for us to be able to get into it. But since it's playing and has broken down again this trend line, I would not go in for the sales. I'm going to just let it be. Yeah, I'm going to just let it be like this. Then I'd be waiting for my time of trading, which is another time, which is around 11. So I've just deleted these and this. So I'll just let the market play out. What I'm going to do is I'm resetting my chart just for you guys so that I can leave you some people here, I'm going to go off, but I'm not going to stop the stream. So we are going to be back at around this time I've put for you here, guys. 10:30 GMT plus 3. So that's the time I'm going to be back. Yeah, maybe just for now, we are going to just let the market be. Let's give it time to play out. Give it time to do its errands, honestly. Yeah, so trading through the last month was not quite easy, but it was something that was worth it. So anyhow, let me just let you guys be. I'll be back at around 10:30 GMT plus 3. So yeah. right. All right, I'm back, guys. Let's see what to do. Okay, one of the things that I usually do in these circumstances is just running to. Let me check here something small. Okay, running to the time frame that I understand best. Okay. Right, so what we want to do now is jump here on the 1 minute, and we want to create a trend line moving from there to there. Also, we are going to create another trend line moving from somewhere down here to somewhere around this place. Yeah, because we want to see the breakings happen in the real time. Okay. Alright, so we have got the breakout at that zone. So what we want to do is quickly go ahead and draw where we anticipate our stop loss to be. So mine, possibly I could put it around about this zone here. Again, if you're watching from any platforms, just be very, very cautious, because the market just tends to fly sometimes, and that is what it does best. So just make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, so that you don't have to lose a lot of money on the market. So tentatively today our stop loss is going to be around 30 pips on this particular one. So I'll just go and mark out these on my chart. 30 pips. And I already told you guys about just a moment. So I was saying that the things that we are looking for are evident. We all know that. I told you, oops, is it my network or something? Let's see. Just a moment. I just didn't understand what happened. Okay, we are back. So I had put my sell order around here, 30 pips, and I was going to risk $500 on this trade, which is 0.5% of my account. I mentioned to you that the reason why I'm risking this small today is very easy. It's because I lost today on this trade here for the morning, right? I lost 1%, and there's a trade we took at around 3, in the night. We also lost another 2%. So that's 3% for the day, and that's why I am trying my level best to risk maybe around 0.5 for this particular trade, so that I am not overly going in drawdown. Okay. So with the accounts that I'm trading, we have about 6% drawdown, daily drawdown on funding traders, and we have the other accounts are not really very affected. Some of them are 4%, and I have so far lost I think around 2% on them, so it shouldn't be a very big deal. So you need to be knowing exactly what you're doing for you to get the best out of the market, in seasons as these, or in times as that, where you're overly losing or something of a sort. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting for something very particular. So I was waiting for this breakout it did here. I wanted to retest something in this zone, come off, give me one candle here that is bearish, give me another candle that is bearish. As long as those candles are below this particular zone here, I'll be able to trigger my sales in. So that is what I'm looking for. It is that easy. Let me hope you guys are on the same thing. So that's what I'm looking for. Let's see how things play out. I'm not very sure why. It seems like either my market just jammed or something. Let me try and refresh. It could be a network issue or something. Try and apply VPN probably to see if this thing is going to open up so quickly. Let's see if it will open up quickly. It might make us delay entering or something. But yeah, let's figure it out. Okay, here we go. Oops. We didn't put on these things in here. But that's not important. Let me first look out for what we are looking for. I said we are risking 30 pips on this sell trade. So if it can close below here, yeah, it's what we are looking for. Okay. So let's wait for the next 11 seconds to happen, then we shall be triggered in. Okay. Not yet in. As long as I get something below my zone, that's when I'll be jumping in on the sales. Yes, in case you have any questions, just throw them in the chat. I'll be able to respond to some of those when I can. Okay, we are still watching. If it closes just right there, I'll be getting in on my sales, but it needs to close below that line. That's what I'm going to be waiting for. We have about 5 seconds to that, so our stop loss is around 30 pips. Alright, we get a close below and I'm in on the sales. Okay. I'm in on the sales. Just right there. My stop loss is here around 28 pips. Remember I told you the average was going to be around 30. And our take profit should be somewhere around this zone. So we're going to keep watching to see how this trade plays out. I've told you for this particular one I've risked 0.5% because of the losses that I took earlier today. Yeah. Trying to double check my accounts if all the trades have been triggered. So there are a few things that I really write on my heart every time I'm trading, and that's patience, discipline, and focus. So those are the only things that should be on your mind. You know, have you executed the right way? Have you looked at what is in your playbook? Is everything, following the order? Have you not just got in because you're scared of losing out on the trade? Those are some of the things that we really, really have to keep at the back of our minds every time we are trading. And that's why even when I take a nail, I always tell you that every time I take a loss, I don't feel it, because I have pushed myself to trade that kind of way, that I want to see something happen. And when I see it happen, I'm like, okay, this is what exactly I'm looking for, so I can get in. So even when an SL happens or a take profit, my mind is always in check, because I knew exactly what I was looking for, and I stuck on my rules to look for that particular thing. So that's like something every one of us needs to cultivate in their mind or in their trading. That right there gives you a bit of consistency in mind, and also, it keeps pushing your discipline a little bit to some kind of extent, that you'll not just do things just because of doing them. Let me hope that makes sense to some of you. Yeah. I didn't hear that. It's actually very easy. It's easy. Just don't overthink your trading. Don't overthink every trade. It feels, sometimes when I'm trading, it just feels like I don't know how I can call it, but it feels like I'm just getting in a trade and for the sake of getting in it. Have I seen what is on paper? Okay, let me get in it. So every other thing that comes along comes after taking the trade. So this is where my SL is. This is what this one is. So all those things just bring my mind like to be still. Instead of wandering and rushing around everywhere. These are like 3 consecutive losses that I'm like getting, and it's really, really, really nagging. It's really, really nagging.
Does hit yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, it does it yourself. And it's the same very thing the one in the morning did. Came in profit for some time, hit a sell, then almost came to our take profit level. Thinking of a counter, but I will not take it because of how my account is standing currently. Yeah. But
for it is giving you that thing,
even if it is doing what?
Looks positive.
Yeah, it does. But when I look at my account, it doesn't look very nice. More so when it comes to the daily loss limits. Also when it comes to the daily loss limits. The beauty of this one had risked 0.5%. So that's where the game is. When I look at this, let me look at one more account maybe. I see where it is standing. this other account, I've lost now 1% on it. Actually 2%. So, okay. I see I'm safe to do another 0.5. But it's something I've been feeling like, yes, the trade looks positive, but I feel like, so let's see what let's see what this one here is going to portray. Let me hope, the market is not just ranging as well. These days we have a lot of scenarios where the market is just ranging, and it keeps bringing a lot of issues to the way I trade.
It's taking money and it's not moving.
So, if let's say I'm to buy, I'll be looking for something in here. Then my stop loss would be below somewhere. Let me see exactly. Maybe below this candle or somewhere here. It's around again 30 pips, 25 probably. To get 25 pips. If this particular trade fails, I'll be done for the day. Completely done. So the other 3 trades that are left, you shall not take them. And if I get a very good opportunity on this one, I might really take my time to get out of it, just to see if it recovers some good cash that it had taken away from my table. I'm waiting to see if I can get some bullish momentum for me to be able to take this. Trading is just not easy, guys. It's not for the weak-hearted. Yeah, it's not for the weak-hearted. You cannot bring here your village head So I'm not in this one as yet. I'm just trying to see if all the things that I usually look for actually happen. Someone just wrote something here that I didn't understand well. They are saying reducing the risk of PV losses, just hold back. I don't know what that means or what they were trying to mean. So with what it is doing here now, breaking again below this is just crazy. So meaning what I'm looking for here is literally invalidated. Yeah. Breaking below the previous place we were looking at literally pushes us back to taking the sell trades. And with this here, I feel like, it's invalidated. That's like something in mind. Unless it creates this candle as a doji like it has done, then maybe the next candle that comes up is really bullish with a bit of volume. Then that could eat some of my 500. But if it's not that, it feels like just the market trying to the market never scams, but it manipulates. The market just manipulates. So if in the next 20 seconds it can close really above, I can try and risk my 500 in it. Okay, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Created a doji here, then now it's giving us this kind of candle. Alright, I'm in on the buy. I'm in on the buy, and my SL is just around this zone. Sorry, my entry. SL I've used 30 pips, but initially the SL has to be around somewhere around 20. Yeah, somewhere around 20. That's where our SL has to be. So since we've used 30 pips, I'll go ahead and mark out where my take profit has to be. I'm just looking for 1,000 out of the market. It does not equate to what I've lost yet, what I've lost so far, but let's first put it right there. Then the next thing I want to do is probably get to the 5 minute and try to look at the zones that we have. Those particular zones that we have will determine if I would want really to keep my trade running. But if you look at this already, it's a place that is very it's a place of resistance. We wouldn't want to go past this zone here unless we are sure that the market has to break out, but I feel like it might not, right? So I'll just keep my SLE at a 1:2. So let's just keep watching and see how it comes along. Again, if this trade hits a sell, it will be my last trade for the day, like I told you guys. I wouldn't want to be losing more to the market, yet it's not making for me the money. That's where my take profit is. When my SL is just below here. If the margins were allowing for the trades that I was taking on my different accounts, that means that, I would have left my SL to be around this zone just to match the lot size and the percentage loss or gain of my accounts. But with this that I'm doing, fidgeting here and there to make sure that all the trades are in on all accounts, it just keeps taking away some focus of that. But yeah, let's see how things turn out. I know a number of people that love trading and they trade with a hope that there will not be losses in their trading. That's a wrong way to look at things, guys. Losses are going to be there and they are evident. They are like real. If you're not sure of what you're doing, the trade is gonna hit you hard. I'm not saying this to scare some of you, but that's the reality. The market brings some kind of reality checks on us. The market brings a bit of reality checks on us. If you had the reality check, then there's no way you're making money out of the market. So you can see my 500 is just below here. However, my SL was meant to be here. So the reason why I first always leave it there is to see what the market is doing, and honestly what it has done is very wrong. This is more like creating a pattern in front of our eyes and telling us you didn't see what I was doing. See that? So let's wait and see. Okay. Okay, so the initial SL we had put in place would have been invalidated or would have been stopped out. But this is now where our SL is. So let's see how that plays out. But it looks like, the market just manipulated us. And it's doing its thing. So I said, if we lose this trade, I'll just stop the live streams and we're done for the day. And boom, that's exactly what has happened. So, thank you guys for joining in. It's always a pleasure. But since we've lost a bit more than we ought to, allow me call it off a day so that I'm not losing more. Yes, Benjamin. The stream is still on, but you can always talk. Some questions I believe they will be very important for the viewers too.
It's just an extension. Yeah, so it's making us use that.
Actually, there was no SL extension. In the first place, I said we were using how many pips? 30 pips. So when we got triggered in, I said the real SL on this particular trade would have been up here. You see? That's what I mentioned. Why? Again, because of this zone here. You see this and this and this on the left, but we had already calculated 30 pips. So I'm not sure if you did calculate 30 pips. So if you did, that means your SL was meant to be down here, isn't it? Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, thank you too. So guys, that's it, and I'll be done for the day. I'll not trade. I'm not going to even to look at the market until tomorrow or tonight, just for the sake of protecting some of these accounts from prop firms, since they're all linked on one copier. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, for joining in. Let's have a great one for now, and bye-bye.